everyone, so it's Katie here from the Queen of Teen Fiction, and over the past couple of weeks I've been taking part in a Fangirl read-along hosted by My Kind of Book. So I have been rereading Fangirl in preparation for Carry On to be released in October, which I am so excited for. So rereading Fangirl reminded me of all the reasons why I fell in love with the book in the first place. So I decided to share with you the 5 reasons why I fangirl over Fangirl. So if you've not read Fangirl before, or you're reading it for the first time as part of the Fangirl read-along, I will keep this video spoiler-free. So for those of you who don't know, Fangirl is about Kath and her twin sister Ren going to college. And because they are twins, they have basically done everything together throughout their whole lives. So naturally, Kath expects that her and Ren are going to be roommates throughout college, and then Ren drops the bombshell that she wants to kind of spread her wings and go off on her own. So Kath is left feeling kind of abandoned by her sister, and she has to deal with college in her own way, basically. Kath and Ren are both huge fans of a mega popular series called the Simon Snow series. So Simon Snow is a worldwide best-selling book series that has been turned into movies and has fans all across the world. And Kath writes fanfiction for the series, and that fanfiction is basically like her comfort blanket. So that is basically Fangirl in a nutshell. When I first read the blurb for Fangirl, I knew immediately that it was a book I wanted to read. I predicted that I was going to love it just by the title, and I did totally adore it. It is now one of my favourite books of all time, and there are so many reasons why I adore this book, but I've narrowed it down to a quick 5 for you. So the first reason why I love Fangirl so much is because of Kath. What I really love about her is that she is such an average character, and I don't mean average in a bad way. I just mean she is the type of girl that you would find on your college campus. I know I can relate to her a lot, and I know plenty of people who are like her. So because she's so believable and realistic, she is a very identifiable character. She is really awkward and doesn't really know how to make friends or socialise without her sister, and that just makes her all the more endearing because there are a lot of girls like her. So I love how Rainbow Rowell created a character that so many people can relate to. She also wears glasses, so obviously she rocks. The second reason why I love Fangirl so much, Levi, obviously. Levi is the best friend of Kath's new roommate Regan, and so that is how she first meets him in Fangirl. I love him because he's such a genuinely sweet and caring character, but he's also not unrealistic. Again, like Kath, he's quite an average guy. A lot of guys in YA novels come across as utter perfection. They always set standards unattainably high, which is probably why I'm single. But Levi is genuinely the type of guy that you might just stumble across in real life. What I also love as well is that he's not the world's most attractive guy. He doesn't have women swooning and falling at his feet just by merely looking at him. It's his personality that makes him such a gorgeous character. I'm so used to guys in YA books being so godlike that it's really refreshing to come across a normal, average guy. He's also typically not a perfect match for Kath. They are complete opposites, basically. They don't have a lot in common, but that's very realistic because that's what relationships are like in the real world. Sometimes you do get on with people that are completely different to you. So the third thing that I fangirl about in Fangirl is the fact that it's kind of like a double genre book. The story of Fangirl itself is a contemporary novel, but within Fangirl we also get parts of Simon Snow, which is fantasy, and we also get parts of Kath's fanfiction. So not only do you get to see parts of the story that Kath fell in love with, but you also get to see her interpretation of it within her fanfiction. So you're getting fantasy within a contemporary novel, and I really like that because you're getting the best of both worlds in one book. It just makes it so exciting to read. The fourth reason why Fangirl was such an important novel for me is the way it deals with anxiety. The book deals with Kath's social anxiety pretty head on, and it shows what it's really like to suffer with it. Anxiety is something that I have battled with for many years, and it's the type of thing that people don't really fully understand unless they've been through it themselves. So for Rainbow to share Kath's story and show how difficult it is for her to socialise and be what society classes as normal, I just think that's so important because it's showing people that might not understand what it's really like, and it's also giving people that actually suffer with that themselves something to relate to. It also shows that anxiety doesn't have to define you. It's a major part of Kath's life, but that's okay because she's learning to deal with it. The best thing about it is that the anxiety side of it doesn't really rule the book. It's a hilariously funny and wonderful book in which the main character just happens to have anxiety. So the fifth reason why I adore Fangirl so much is because of the fandom within it. This book is perfect in showing what fandom is all about and explaining fan culture. I love the way it properly explains fan fiction, and I love how it shows that being part of a fandom doesn't just brand you a geek or a nerd, it makes you part of something. It makes you feel as though you're involved. And that's why it's like such a comfort blanket for Kath, because it's a little world for her to be herself in. Because I'm such a huge fangirl myself, I could relate to so much of the stuff within the book. Reading it reminded me just how fun it is to be standing in a line at midnight waiting for a new book to come out. To be dressing up as your favourite characters, to have little inside jokes with other fans. It just shows how fun fandom can be. And it also reminds us that it's okay to show your passion for something. If you want to write fanfiction, go and write fanfiction. If you want to draw fan art, go and draw fan art, no matter how bad it is. So there are just 5 of the many reasons why I love Fangirl so much. I've really enjoyed taking part in the Fangirl read-along. It's been great to read everything the second time around. If you have not read Fangirl before, then it is definitely one of the books that I recommend the most. Like I said, it's not a typical contemporary story because there are fantasy elements in it, so it's got a bit of something for everyone. If you have read Fangirl, then what do you love most about it? What are your favourite scenes and who are your favourite characters? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye!